Hi, welcome to the Holter Museum of Art. My name is Rosemary Howell. I'm the curator and collection manager here at the museum, and today we're going to be talking about an exhibit that is on view throughout the museum, Extraction, Art on the Edge of the Abyss. Extraction is an exhibition that has been in the works for about 3 or more years, and the Holter was actually the very first venue in the United States to agree to exhibiting Extraction. So Extraction is a nationwide exhibit where artists are responding to environmental climate change, environmental disaster, and the extraction industry itself. Here at the Holter, we have a wide variety of media shown and approximately 8 artists and selections from our permanent collection. So we're going to take you through a couple of those. This piece is called Superfund by Maggy Rozycki Hiltner. Maggy is an artist out of Red Lodge, Montana. She first got the idea Superfund from a past exhibition she had here called Vantage Point, and during her artist talk she kept talking about Superfund sites, but the audience mistook her for saying Superfund, so they were like, "Are you saying Superfund?" You know, she kind of took that idea and created this piece called Superfund. Maggy uses a lot of humor in her work, so she's talking about a very serious environmental disaster, you know, it's an environmental call to action, but through the lens of humor, using humor to deal with the situation. What we see here is basically she took the idea of circus posters from turn of the century and then real environmental disasters, and she actually combined that idea to create these posters, sort of propaganda posters, talking about environmental disasters throughout the United States. So you'll see one of the main ones we know very well, the Berkeley Pit in Butte, Montana, and it's talking about the various ways that they try to keep birds away from the Berkeley Pit. We're very happy to have this piece by Maggy here. It is so ingenuitive, and it is so great to take these disasters and look at them through the lens of humor to try to get people you know, a little bit more educated on what's going on and not, you know, turn away from the issues, but to really engage. Would encourage everybody to come look at this in person. It's a really incredible piece, and Maggy put a lot of work into it. Here we have Mirror Reflection by Lillian Nelson. You know, we always like to utilize the height and the space of this high gallery, and Lillian has really done that for us with this incredible installation. And basically what she's working with the ideas of migration patterns and deforestation. So she's kind of also, you know, equating Mother Earth, you know, our bodies, what we need, our needs, and how we treat the earth. You know, we treat the earth as a mother in a sort of way we take and take and take and take in a lot of ways. So Mirror Reflection spotlights deforestation and habitat destruction. A really cool detail about this installation is that she has written the names of endangered species on some of these wood blocks. Something that is also really interesting about Lillian's piece here is that it's all made out of found material. She you know, moved to a new property and found that a family had just left a huge pile of wood and unused material, so she took it upon herself to reuse all of those materials. Also, the migration patterns, she's equating that to veins in our body. So really equating, you know, our biology, our bodies to the environment that surrounds us. All right, so this work is by artist and aerial photographer Christopher Boyer. The series is called Beyond These Maps, Portraits of Extraction Landscapes. And a lot of these images were taken in Montana. There are a couple that aren't, but most of them are you know, spaces familiar to us. This piece in front of us right now is called Recreational Sprawl, and it is based in Big Sky, Montana. So basically what Christopher is doing, he's really allowing us to see a much, much bigger picture of extraction than we would see on the ground. We don't always see what this looks like, but really this puts it in perspective. And Recreational Sprawl is talking about Although we don't think of outdoor recreation as not being environmentally friendly, lots of outdoorsmen are also conservationists and very interested in the environment. It's still an extractive process, recreating in the environment. So again, one thing that we really love to do in this space is really utilize the height. So Chris's images are blown up so large that you really get to experience them in a different way than you might see them on your phone or on the computer or on any sort of screen. So again, I really encourage people to come in person and kind of take in the details of these photographs. There's images of mines and irrigation tailings and pieces that are talking about farming and the extraction industry, and just how we utilize landscapes for our own purposes, for better or for worse. Chris is an aerial photographer, so he takes a plane and takes the door off and shoots the photographs himself. So it's a really interesting process, and we are lucky to have these photographs on view at the museum. A couple other pieces I will highlight are works from our permanent collection. This series in particular is called Nature Mort by Peter Koch, and this isn't the entire series. This is just a selection from curated from our permanent collection. And this is important because Peter Koch is actually one of the founders of extraction. He worked with the Holter years and years ago to agree to this exhibition, and he's been organizing the national exhibition as well. So also there are tons of art venues throughout Montana that are participating in extraction. So it's really just been a really nice call to action by these artists. So Peter was definitely instrumental in creating this exhibition. Another piece I will highlight is part of our permanent collection, and it's a piece called Golden Sunlight by Nolan Salix. So this piece is really stunning. We're lucky to have it in our permanent collection, and it really just brings to life the extraction industry and oil and kind of your standard, like what you think of when you think of the word extraction. So Nolan, taught at Montana State University, and he's currently located in Big Sky, Montana. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but extraction comes with a little bit of background noise. Local artist Julia Schobel has created this mixed media piece called Age of Excess, and it comes with a video that she created along with a soundtrack, and over, excess, excess, excess. So you're really reminded of what this exhibit is about through this auditory experience as well. Another piece I'd like to highlight is this piece by Evan Thompson. This piece is called Ghosts of Oil. This piece is done on ledger paper, and ledger art is a traditional Plains indigenous artist practice. The four figures are meant to represent people in the oil industry, and the life force arrows that you see on their torsos are traditionally found in Blackfeet animal depictions, but they were included in these figures to draw attention to both the animalistic desire of mankind to exploit natural resources, and also to symbolize the direction that one must go down in this path of oil. The oil industry, the extraction industry. The prints are actually from Communities West. It is a print exchange curated by Suka Warab and Andrew Rice. This exhibit was on display previously in the museum, but we still have possession of it, and there were just a few prints that were just perfect for extraction. So this piece right here is called One Hot Mess by Marine Powers Torrey. And if you zoom in on it a little bit, you can see that it's talking exactly about climate change and the extraction industry. This exhibit is called Act 3 by Kathleen Herlihy-Paoli. These are acrylic paintings on canvas, and a lot of them have extra like beads and found objects. So they're mixed media as well, and they're very engaging, very vibrant colors and very meaningful. So this is about water issues and wildfires in the West. Water plays a huge role in this exhibit. Kathleen has a past in the past experiences in theater. So she's painted theater curtains pulled back, and the most important thing is in the center. So most of that is water. Water is, again, pivotal in this exhibition. This exhibition is called Eat to Save the Earth by Jeff Van Tine. Jeff is a local photographer in Helena, and he's really wanting to start a conversation about the extraction industry and oil and climate change. And also he wants to start discussions about what we can do, steps we can take to change things. Jeff's work, I would say, throughout this entire exhibition, there's a lot of hope, but there's also a lot of real face value imagery that's talking about what we have done to the earth. So that is Jeff's role, I feel, in this exhibition, to show exactly what is happening, through this photographic imagery. It's a little bit more straightforward than some of the other exhibits that look through the lens of humor or beauty. Jeff really is direct in his messaging about how he feels about the extraction industry. This exhibition is called Shill Shell by Tracy Linder. These pieces are just absolutely stunning, not only for the birds themselves, but through the shadows and the lighting as well. Tracy uses cottonwood leaves and resin to create these birds, and these birds are lifeless, and they are wingless, and they don't have eyes. They're really hollow shells of what a bird is. And that is her intention. She's really kind of playing with that duality between friend and foe. Tracy's work in this exhibition I see is kind of the beauty, the beauty on the surface, and then the meaning comes as you really engage with the work. All right, thank you all again for joining us to talk about Extraction, Art on the Edge of the Abyss. Extraction will be on view through the museum, throughout the museum through October 10th. So please, if you have a chance, please come see it in person. Our business hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 5:30, and from Sunday from 12 to 4. You can learn more about extraction and other events and exhibitions at www.holtermuseum.org. Thanks so much.